So, you've made the best choice. You're going to go and learn ukulele, but what do you need to know when you're choosing a ukulele? So this video is how to choose your first ukulele. When you're choosing a ukulele for yourself, you need to choose one that is an appropriate size. So soprano ukuleles, concert ukuleles like mine, and tenor ukuleles all have the same note range available to them, but the size you choose is really dependent on the size of your hands. Little children's hands work really well on a soprano ukulele. Hands like mine fit quite nicely in the fret spaces of a concert ukulele. People with bigger fingers than mine will want to go to a tenor ukulele, just so that you can move comfortably around the frets. There's a distance between the string and the fingerboard, and that is called the action. Can you see me? Action. The lower that action is, the more lightly you can press on the strings, and the better sound you'll get, and the less sore your fingers will get. So when you buy your ukulele, ask at the store that you purchase it from if they can help set up your strings for you so that they are optimal for your playing. You need a strap, and that's just so that you've got the freedom to move around comfortably. So they'll need to apply a pin at one end and possibly another pin here, or like mine, you can attach it under the end of the fingerboard up here. You need a strong case because your ukulele is a little bit more fragile than you'd think, and you want to keep it protected from the weather as well as from knocks and bumps. You want an electronic tuner. It's very hard to know those notes that you're tuning to, your G, C, E, A, if you don't have an electronic tuner. It takes a long time to develop the ear skill to be able to do that without one. Mine is inbuilt. It's a part of the pickup, which is what I plug into where is it, down here, a sound desk. You don't need to do that. You can just get one that attaches at the end there and you'll be fine. You need a music stand, something to pop your music on. I have a low G on my ukulele instead of a high G, which would sound... So you're used to hearing G, C, E, A, but mine starts low. And the reason for that is because the techniques that I'm teaching are about learning the melody. And when you start picking out notes, you realise that having an extra 5 notes to play with at the bottom of your scale gives you a whole lot more options. So I have notes available to me. So pick the ukulele string that is your preference, but if you're going to play things that are just about chords, then you're probably quite comfortable with a high G. If you'd like to explore melody and do a little bit more interesting things, a low G is a better choice. That should just about do. Once you've got that sorted, you're ready to roll. In terms of the quality of your instrument, mine, which is quite a great little workhouse ukulele, it's a little Kala, and it's not an expensive ukulele, but it's not the cheapest either. So many of my students have significantly more expensive ukuleles than I do. Just get what you're comfortable with. You can get a perfectly respectable instrument from about $100 or so. And once they've set it all up for you, that'll cost you another, $30 to $50, depending on what you need done. And then you're ready to go. I suggest looking up unstrungmusic.com.au, and you can find more information about the classes. There's also a link there to click over to the Ticket Ebo site where you can enrol in the classes, and that's what you want to get done fairly soon because limited places, 6 per class, so that we only ever have 1 or 2 people on each part, which will be lovely. Thanks, enjoy.